Have you ever gone through this? You've just drifted off to sleep. Your body is still the blanket warm around you, and suddenly your bladder wakes you up. You try to lie still, hoping the urge will fade, but it doesn't. Eventually, you give in, push yourself up, and shuffle through the dark to the bathroom. Sometimes it's once. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 times in the same night. I've heard this story countless times from my patients, and I suspect you might be living it too. Doctors call it nocturia or nighttime urination. It may sound like a small annoyance, but in truth, it quietly steals your health. When your sleep is broken again and again, you wake up drained weak, as if you never truly rested. And for those in their 60s or 70s, every trip in the dark carries the risk of slipping, even breaking a bone, a single accident that could change your life forever. I remember one patient once told me, "Doctor, I'm not afraid of insomnia anymore. I'm afraid of walking in the dark. Every time I get up, my knees don't listen to me, and my heart races with worry." Maybe you've felt that too, not just tiredness, but that quiet sense of unease that lingers through the night. But you know, nature sometimes offers us solutions in the simplest forms. And today, I want to remind you of a vegetable you've seen thousands of times: the cucumber. At first, it sounds strange, doesn't it? How could a watery vegetable like cucumber help reduce nighttime urination? That's the very question many of my patients have asked me. The answer is this: cucumber isn't just water. It's also packed with minerals and plant compounds that calm inflammation, soothing the lining of the bladder. Think of your bladder like a restless child crying out in the middle of the night. A few slices of cucumber act like a gentle hand, calming, comforting, helping it settle, so it doesn't keep calling you when your body most needs rest. One gentleman I once treated, Samuel, 74 years old, told me that after months of restless nights, he felt his body slowly wearing down. When I suggested he try eating just a few slices of cucumber in the evening, he laughed and said, "That sounds like a joke, doctor." But after a few weeks of patience, Samuel came back with a different look in his eyes. "Doctor," he said, "I don't have to get up 4 or 5 times anymore. Now it's just once or twice. And in the morning, I even have the energy to walk with my granddaughter." A small joy, yes, but to him, it was priceless. Of course, cucumber is not a miracle. It doesn't erase every problem overnight. But in medicine, sometimes the smallest, most consistent changes bring the deepest, lasting results. With cucumber, the true gift isn't just the refreshing water it carries, but the minerals and natural anti-inflammatory compounds within it, quiet allies that help the bladder find peace again. So if you've been waking up multiple times at night, ask yourself, have I tried the simplest things yet? A few slices of cucumber taken at the right time may be the gentle gift your body has been waiting for. And more importantly, it can offer something medication often cannot: peace of mind, a touch of calm, and a night of restful sleep. Now here's what I've learned after years of treating patients. It's not just about eating cucumber, it's about eating it the right way at the right time. Many people have tried and given up simply because they used it incorrectly. Some cut a big plate of cucumber and eat it right before bed, only to find themselves running to the bathroom even more that night. And so, they conclude cucumber doesn't work. But the body doesn't work that way. It needs patience and a little wisdom. From my experience, the best approach is to eat cucumber about 2 hours before bedtime. Why? Because this gives your body time to absorb the soothing minerals for the bladder while also flushing out the extra water before you lie down. If you eat it right before sleep, that water rushes straight to the bladder, and of course you'll be up again. And remember, this less is more. Just half a cucumber or a few thin slices is plenty. In medicine, sometimes less is exactly what works best. If you eat a whole cucumber, or even two, your body gets overloaded with water all at once, and the soothing effect on your bladder is drowned out by excess liquid. I often tell my patients, think of cucumber as a kind of natural medicine, and like any medicine, the dosage matters just as much as the substance itself. Here's another small tip I often share: try eating cucumber with a spoonful of plain yogurt or a small piece of cheese. The reason is simple: when paired with a bit of gentle protein, cucumber digests more slowly, and its calming effect on the bladder lasts well into the night. This isn't just my idea, it's something I've observed in many patients who tried it and noticed a real difference. Also, pay attention to the temperature of your cucumber. Don't grab it straight from the refrigerator and eat it cold at night. Very cold foods can sometimes irritate the bladder, making it more irritable. Let your cucumber warm up to room temperature or include it as part of a light, warm evening snack. A few slices of cucumber with a cup of warm herbal tea that's not only soothing, but it also sends a signal to your body. It's time to rest. And one more gentle trick: sprinkle just a pinch of Himalayan pink salt or natural sea salt on your cucumber. A very small amount helps balance electrolytes and allows your body to absorb the cucumber's minerals more effectively. For people who struggle with swollen feet or water retention at the end of the day, this balance can make a noticeable difference. Of course, cucumber can't do the job alone. You have to create the right conditions for your body. What does that mean? It means cutting back on tea, coffee, alcohol, or soda in the evening. These drinks are like troublemakers for the bladder, making it restless and irritable. Instead, choose a mild herbal tea or simply warm water. There's another simple habit I strongly recommend. When you're watching TV or reading in the evening, try propping your legs up slightly on a pillow. It may sound small, but it prevents fluids from pooling in your legs and then rushing back up to your bladder during the night. Many of my patients who tried this were surprised to see how much less often they had to wake up. And before you turn off the lights, don't rush when you use the bathroom. Take an extra minute or two, sit down, breathe slowly, and allow your bladder to fully empty. Often, when we go too quickly, a small amount of urine remains behind, and that's exactly what wakes you up again an hour later. Finally, never forget that body and mind are deeply connected. Stress, worry, or overthinking before bed can make your bladder more sensitive. I've seen many patients who simply practiced deep breathing, listened to soft music, or read a few calming pages before sleep, and naturally, their nighttime trips to the bathroom decreased. So think of cucumber as part of your evening ritual, a ritual of self-care. A few slices of cucumber, a warm cup of tea, your legs gently elevated, and a peaceful mind. This isn't just about sleeping better, it's your way of telling your body, I'm taking care of you. I respect my age, and I honor the special needs that come with it. To bring this to life, let me share about one of my dear patients, Mama Grace, 69 years old, living in Texas. She's a vibrant woman who loves gardening, but for years her sleep was stolen by constant trips to the bathroom. Some nights she had to get up 5 or 6 times, leaving her exhausted the next morning. Her energy was drained, her spirit was low, and even the joy of tending to her little garden began to fade. At one of her regular checkups, she told me, "Doctor, I feel like I've aged twice as fast just because of poor sleep." I could see the frustration in her eyes, but also the deep longing to reclaim peaceful nights. I suggested that she try one simple habit: eating a few slices of cucumber in the evening, about 2 hours before bedtime. Honestly, at first, she was skeptical. How could something so cheap and ordinary do what so many medications couldn't? But she decided to give it a try anyway. As she told me, it's natural, it can't hurt, so why not? The results truly surprised her. Within just 2 weeks, her nightly bathroom trips dropped from 5 or 6 times down to only two. She called me, her voice filled with excitement. "Doctor, I can sleep again. In the morning, I have the energy to garden, to talk with my grandkids, and I feel like I'm years younger." I can still remember the joy in her laughter over the phone, something I'd never heard in all the previous visits. This shows us something important. Real strength doesn't always come from complicated solutions. Often, it's the small, consistent habits that change everything. And that's the message I want to leave you with today. Nighttime urination isn't just a minor annoyance. It disrupts sleep, affects memory, lowers concentration, and even increases the risk of falls in older adults moving around in the dark. In other words, it touches not only your rest, but also your safety, your health, and your peace of mind. If you look at Mama Grace's story, you'll see a small habit like eating cucumber. The right way, combined with a healthy lifestyle, can bring big changes. It's not just about fewer trips to the bathroom. It's about joy, returning to daily life, a calmer spirit, and the confidence that age doesn't have to steal your quality of living. So I encourage you, give yourself the chance. Try this habit. Be patient and watch your body respond day by day. You may be surprised how quickly you'll sleep more deeply wake up lighter and feel more at peace. Remember, good health isn't some distant dream. It lives in the little choices we make every single day. And tonight, if you prepare just a few slices of cucumber before bed, that could be the beginning of your journey back to deep sleep, a stronger body, and a calmer soul. My friend, if today's story gave you even a little hope, a little peace about your sleep, know this. There's so much more you can learn to care for yourself each day. That's why I'd love for you to stay with me on this journey. Click that subscribe button, because every week I share simple, practical tips that can transform your quality of life, especially for those of us over 50. Think of this channel as your peaceful corner, where we learn to live healthier, sleep better, and enjoy every moment of aging with joy and grace. So don't forget to subscribe, and if you found this helpful, share it with a friend or loved one. Sometimes just one small habit can bring peaceful sleep to an entire family. I'll see you in the next video. Wishing you a restful night and a tomorrow full of energy.